Like me, like I got no issue.
I mean, I had a luscious head of hair until about 24. So 2 years ago, it was solid, and then just started thinning out.
I gotta be tied down by the time it starts leaving this earth.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, I can't be not tied down.
Either
All
that
right.
or a really short girl.
Yeah.
What? So she can't see the top of your head? Is that what you're?
Exactly.
All right. Well, we are now live, and on that note, welcome back, shooters, for a terrific Team Handball Thursday edition of Shootin' Straight Handball Podcast. Brought to you by JD and Max. Today we are joined by Josh Forstoffel. Josh is going to sit down with us as we have a special Thursday March edition of the show for you, a little March Handball Madness. So we have spent some time and
Recurring guest Josh Forstoffel.
yeah,
actually.
I should say my
recurrence.
mistake. Recurring guest. So
Say I'm not even a guest anymore. I'm just like a co-host.
yeah, this is true.
No.
Josh is
Filling co-host.
he's
This is
Yeah,
like my
you could be
fourth
like on the
time.
bench, the co-host bench. It's
Yeah.
like you and Joey are right there.
I get the views when I'm on air. I get the views.
I'm just
That's all I know.
saying. So, Josh, when we streamed on Sunday, when I left it on for 11 hours, guess what our peak was at one point in time?
18 people.
118 people.
What?
Holy shit.
Yeah, we had some
So
numbers.
Lack of commentary help.
Josh,
It
what are you
was
drinking?
John Ryan was the help. Cold
What?
water?
Still right?
He's drinking some cold water in cold water.
Not in cold water.
And,
JD, I was trying to talk to my friend. Is
All
that
right,
like
all right.
Are we talking like whiskey right there, Josh?
It's actually a spiced rum. Should definitely try it out. It's pretty sweet though, so you can drink it straight.
well,
I'm a big bourbon guy, so I don't even need sweet. I just drink
I love
bourbon
bourbon
straight.
too, but it's nice to mix it up every now and then.
all right. Before we get to the
It
March
was bourbon light
Madness,
last night.
let's
Yeah.
hit some hot stuff real quick while Josh is sipping away. Did either of you see that they have announced the new member of the board of directors for USA Team Handball?
Who is it?
Beach
Josh?
handball, right?
It's the beach handball position that will sit on the board.
Yeah, JD. Who is it?
Josh, did you know?
Yeah, but you can go ahead and announce it.
Oh, okay. EBA, Handball
I'm
Ninja.
gonna say it's an FBA. Let's go. I love
FBA.
that guy.
So, nobody brings more just handball awareness and talking the talk.
Handball
He's
ninja.
out there walking the walk.
Are we allowed to say the words handball ninja anymore? I feel like it's slightly cultural appropriation.
Also, you guys just switched spots. Dang it. I don't know. That's his self-proclaimed name. So
He might get canceled for that. We might have to have a little discussion about this.
how can he's gonna cancel himself or what?
Other people. JD, I got an announcement after we're done with this announcement. Great for FBA though. Great guy.
Okay. Well, you'll
I
have
think
to.
he'll bring a lot to it. He's
And we can get him on JD's side on things.
Really now. Oh, God bless. This is not good for audio or video. We are not doing
I'll
so
just come out
hot.
and say that.
What? I didn't hear you say anything. I can't hear anything.
JD, what is
That's
going
good.
on?
This is
Me and Matt.
this is bad. This
God
is
damn it.
this is bad. We had such a
It wouldn't be
good
Shootin' Straight
run.
without shooting technical difficulties.
We had such a good run of episodes.
We had
you
2
know?
episodes.
That was a good rate. It was a great run. It's a great run.
It was 2 episodes.
2 episodes.
All right. Okay. So we covered that. I don't know what you guys were talking about behind the scenes, but I could not hear it, which means that our guests could not hear it. We're back to normal, it looks like.
JD, I have an announcement as well.
Let her rip.
The Laszlo honorary dinner, honoring Laszlo's 90th birthday in Long Island. Live Shootin' Straight show there, JD. I decided that's what we had to do.
I think that's an excellent idea. Excellent.
I think we got to do a live show with guests at the Laszlo's 90th birthday dinner.
For those that don't know, there will be the second edition of Handball Heroes, brought to you by American Handball Associates. They'll be honoring some of America's greatest handball advocates, those being Dr. Peter Buning and his wife Renata, and as well as Laszlo Urek. Those were several key figures in the development and bringing handball to America. Really, I mean, that's kind of what that group's known for. So there's an honorary dinner to commemorate them and also celebrate Laszlo's 90th birthday. So should be a great time. You can buy virtual seats. More to come about that in the coming weeks. But stay tuned for more information. I'm sure you'll see it on social media. We will share it on our outlets and whatnot. Any other topics on that, Max?
I was gonna say, yeah, it'll be a great time. And I was thinking, JD, you think about like 40 years from now when you're on your dying legs, we're gonna have a JD Handball Heroes dinner, and that'll be the highlight of your life.
So you're telling me I'm
saying 40 years because of your lung cancer. You're gonna take up smoking for the next 5 years.
Yep. My prone to addiction lifestyle.
I just can't wait for the Handball Hero like part 70, and it's just Handball Hero JD, and I'll go up there in like my walker. JD Orr, American Handball Hero.
Max, if you're 50 something and have a walker, we got some problems.
I would have bad knees after playing in the Olympics in 2028.
Okay. What, Josh?
How old do you think he is?
Who, me or Max?
Max.
Well, 40 years from now, he's 21. He'll be 60 as well. So, whatever.
You said
50
I'm
something.
not 21. I am not 21.
He is 21.
I am 22. You
Dang
were at
it.
my 22nd birthday party.
This is true. Time flies when you're having fun, folks. Moving along, the Shootin' Straight Handball podcast is currently under fire after recent allegations were made against us for not being people of the highest integrity, judgment, or I forget what the last thing they said was, but I mean,
is any of that disputed? I think for you it is. I think everything they said, like handball people not being the highest judgment, is me, not you, JD. Put the pressure on me.
Hey, that's fine. So, shoot.
Where's this I didn't hear about this.
Oh, we had some people upset about
Somebody...
episode we did a couple weeks ago. So, the tracksuit episode. People didn't like that.
Tracksuit episode.
Yeah.
I told the story of getting sexually harassed. It's not my fault. Like I didn't go into that night wanting to get sexually harassed and assaulted. I did not. Who does? And so them victim blaming, I'm the victim here. Victim blaming by turning it around on us is disgusting.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough.
It's cancel culture at its finest.
So, anyways, the show will go on, and feel free to shut us down. So if you see something, say something.
If you want to use cancel culture to shut down two hardworking Americans podcast, if that's the best thing, go out and cancel Dr. Seuss again.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Oh, man. Okay, Josh, you got anything to report before we head over to our bracket?
Get the Armada back together.
We're practicing next month, I'm hearing.
Yeah, April 17th or 12th.
There we go.
Something like that.
Detroit looks good. I mean,
I played them though. They're not that good.
I mean,
like, if any of them are listening, like they're not bad. They're just totally beatable.
I won't disagree with that, but they've gotten some players that since the last time you've seen them have improved quite substantially.
I feel like if you give us 3 months of practice, we're fine taking them on.
Look, hot take right here. Max Bolte said that the goalies they got are some refugees from Africa that are the best goalies he's ever seen in his entire life. So
it's ridiculous.
Okay, that you see, I didn't know that. That could be a slight issue.
Okay.
Could we get some refugees here?
I don't know. We got a lot of Somalian,
huge
Somalian population.
Do they play handball in Somalia?
Not a big handball country.
Dude, I go to a lot of Somali restaurants. Like, I'm talking 3 to 4 times a month, different ones. Should I start recruiting there? Like, Afra Grill, great place. Should I be
Max.
like, hey, I don't think they speak a lot of English, but I could, like, look up how to say, like, do you play handball in
Arabic.
Swahili? Is that what they speak?
They speak Arabic.
Okay.
I'm
I
pretty
speak
sure.
a little Arabic. Like, Assalamu alaikum. Do you play handball?
Yeah, I'm sure that'll fly. But you should always be on the recruiting trail. Also, Martin says hashtag free Max. So you got Martin as our number one top shooter. So that's always good. Okay.
Thank you, Martin.
So if without any further ado, let's move on to our March Madness. Sound good, fellas?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. All right.
Oh, so JD, you want me to give a quick overview of what we ended up doing?
Yeah. Let's talk things over as
All right,
best
so
as you can.
we made 4 regions. JD came up with the categories. In each one, I seeded them, being the master I am. We have the Wake Up the Mang Spunk region.
If you could actually like type it in as we talk, Max, that'd be clutch.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
We have the Wake Up the Mang Spunk region. We have Arnold Palmer, Greatest Ohio and Ever region. We have Volunteer Coach of the Year region, and we have the God Bless America region. 2 for me, 2 for JD, based on naming. What each of these end up being is we have effectively the fan region, the top things to go to handball fan. America region, top experiences of American handball. Gameplay region, something Josh is all too familiar with, playing the game region. And the coach referee region, and different coaching and referee things, which is why we brought in referee Josh, one of the reasons, because me and JD, not referee guys. Anyways, the format for basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna name both, like in the seeds, and we're gonna have to come to a consensus on which one's advancing. Josh gets tie break, or Josh can bring it up if he has strong feelings. How do we feel about that?
I'm down.
Do we want to do a whole region at a time, basically?
Yeah.
All
We're
right.
gonna do a region at a time. We're gonna start with the Wake Up the Mang Spunk region, which, if you all remember, is I believe the American handball region.
No, that's yes.
Yeah, it's a great region.
So we flipped
And
on.
now the reason this
Okay.
is named Wake Up the Mang Spunk is Wake Up the Mang Spunk is a text Ohio State handball member Jeb Proctor sent in the group chat at the Flanders handball tournament, which we believe to be interpreted as Wake Up Max, but no one is
No one
quite
is
certain.
for sure. One of the greatest messages in group message history, I think, with our group. It's one that's brought up probably on a monthly basis, I would say. Okay.
It's probably been overtaken. It might not be overtaken by Dylan the Baguette, but it's up there. But Dylan the Baguette's not.
Also a Flanders situation. So, I
Yeah,
mean,
so we'll lead right into that. Number 1 seed of the Wake Up the Mang Spunk region, completing at Flanders, and it's going up against Play Ref and Work the Scores table all in one day, 1 versus 16 matchup.
I think this one's a slam dunk.
Yeah.
You get the best weekend on earth, and you get one of the worst things ever.
Yeah, it's tough. I try to come up with 64 things here, so some of them are a little out there.
But you know, the 1 seeds deserve the easy round.
Yeah. Yep. And I
Don't see anything
think
wrong with
I think that's the thing is that playing, reffing, and working the scores table is a standard series of events for anyone that's involved in handball in America. And when I say involved, they understand that they need to help out. So I'm pretty sure all of us on this call have done this activity, and we would all vote that Flanders is better.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, I was going to say, for myself, the first 2 parts of that 3-part 16 seed are okay, and the reffing and the playing, I actually like to keep moving the entire time to stay warm. But doing table is the worst thing ever if you're playing or anything else like that. You can't go get a sandwich if you want to eat. Can't stay moving. You're literally just sitting.
Yeah, at Flanders, you get the only thing is, I'll argue there. The only thing is that Flanders at the scores table you get free beer. But if you're playing, you don't want that free beer.
I don't know. Depends.
Depends on what day it is.
It's always
if it's Championship
Saturday.
Sunday and I'm working table, I'm pissed. I don't want to be working table Championship Sunday. I'm not drinking beer for Championship Sunday. We're winning the gold this year.
Where the
Yeah,
gold
and I
at?
mean, we've talked on the second, the first, competing at Flanders. We mentioned it. Flanders is the best weekend you could ever have.
All right, let's keep moving.
All
So,
right, yeah, we got a lot to go through. All right, number 8 seed commentate a game versus number 9 seed, meeting people from all over the world on your team?
So I might go with the upset here just because of the uniqueness that handball brings to the community. As fun as it is to commentate a game, nobody here ever wants to commentate a game. But I think it's always nice to get to meet people from different walks of life, and handball brings people
what's that one
together.
guy's, JD, what's the one guy's name who commentates? He was commentating the one time we played the Armada OSU a couple months back.
Oh, Doug Funny.
That dude's insane.
Doug can commentate anything. I 100% will pay Doug to commentate Armada games. So,
all right, you know what? I'll agree because I do like meeting. I've met a lot of different people in handball.
we all know what the next round for this one's going to look like. So it's unfortunate for that 9 seed. Okay, moving along.
Next up's the fun one, though. Oh, yeah, JD, how about you do this one?
So you have the 5 seed traveling around the country for games, and the 12 seed of taking a team RV. Now, Max came up with the seeding for all of this, and we realized later that we had duplicated this seed situation, but I think it worked out either way. Personally, I do like going around, and these ones go hand in hand, but having the team RV way better than having a caravan of like 5 cars. That's just my stance. So if y'all been on the Hurricane, y'all know what's up. Any rebuttals?
I'll give my 2 cents here. Before we had the Hurricane, going to an event was the worst part of the event. Obviously, I got a disastrous crash heading to national and almost lost my life due to rusty craycraft. But once we upgraded the RV, with
falling
JD
asleep at the wheel is no joke. Look,
we can drink in the back of the RV.
No.
No, we can't, legally speaking.
No, I'm driving. I don't know.
Soda pops.
Yeah. Drink
but
nice,
being
cool
able to
soda
roll
pop.
up, the intimidation factor of rolling up at a tournament wherever, and you got 12 guys just rolling out of an RV.
12. We've put 18 in that bad boy.
Yeah. And it's also versatile. The RV is very versatile in that, you can take everyone to the game. You can go to non-games. We went camping with it over the summer. So Josh, I want your take on this.
I mean, look, I think the RV for the category, it has a lot of high scoring, so to speak, consistent points. It's accessible to a lot of people, but I'll also say traveling the country, traveling the world, if you're getting to do that for free, I personally think that's a little bit better, because normally if you're doing that, you're competing at a higher level as well. I mean, but the camaraderie of the RV, I think it still pulls the upset. So I think it's a close one, but I would pick RV.
I'm gonna put my 2 cents in here. I'm gonna go RV because in the 14-3 we have taking your team to another country, which is exactly
that's gonna be one of the matchups of this bracket, this region.
You in agreement? We're taking a team RV.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's look at the next one now, which is taking your team to another country, competing at Fetzer Hall. Fetzer Hall being the venerable home of the University of North Carolina Tar Heels handball program.
It's one of the oldest, long-standing handball homes in the country, so it has some history, which is why it's ranked higher than I think it's higher than other playing facilities we have. But again, having taken the Armada to Canada and taken the OSU team to Denmark and Germany, I would take that 9 times out of 10 over Fetzer. No offense to our Tar Heel fans out there. That's my stance.
Absolutely. Going to Germany was just another different experience.
I mean, I think if you aren't aware of other handball arenas, North Carolina might get your nod, but I mean, being to a couple of these different places that are actually handball centric and not just open gyms, it makes a complete difference. I mean, even Detroit's stadium announcement and stuff, you got to nearly, it's legit. I mean, and so you compared to that to theirs, hands down.
I would take West Point's facility over. I would take West Point's facility over North Carolina. I like West Point's facility. I mean, probably because it has my greatest handball memories attached with it, but.
All right, let's keep rolling.
Competing at Open Nationals and explaining handball to someone. I'm gonna give my 2 cents here first. I've been to one Open Nationals with Josh. We had a baller of a time. Josh was playing with Team Ohio. I was playing with Milwaukee United HC, and we went to Olive Garden one night. We got seafood in Myrtle Beach. We went to the beach. I was posted up at the motel pool, drinking some brewskis. Tony was there. Really a great time.
Josh, any input?
I mean, in this matchup, I definitely take Open. There's hands down Open sweeps the floor in this matchup.
See, I would much rather have to explain handball to someone and potentially get a handball convert than to go to nationals. So
yeah, you got overruled here, buddy.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
I'm all about the upsets here. So
yeah, not happening. Winning a game at nationals against staying at an old motel.
So Josh, Max, you weren't around for our trips to Auburn when we stayed at the. You were around, Josh, God. Right? The place owned by the Indian family. Like, it was like $24.99 a month or a night kind of thing. It was rough. I'll say that much. But it's definitely. I think you're right. I think one of the rooms did not have a door that could be locked.
Was that Big Ten championship? Didn't we play Wisconsin Big Ten championship game that week for football?
I remember that day. I was not in college.
What? No, we wouldn't have gone to Auburn in the winter.
No, you're right. There was something else going on, though, because I remember everybody huddled around the TV.
Maybe that was at Miami. Might have been Miami.
I don't know.
The Miami motel is awful.
Anyways, so I think this one's an easy one for winning a game at nationals.
I've only won one game at nationals. I've been in like 6. I won 1. It's pretty rough.
When we're talking about nationals, are we talking about open nationals or?
Oh, we didn't clarify.
Or like college, because I was going to say winning a game in college nationals isn't that special. I mean,
let's we'll just run with open then.
Yeah, well, I mentioned open. We'll run with open. Next up, continuing on the theme of college nationals, we got competing at college nationals or hosting a handball clinic.
Y'all know my vote.
And that vote loses.
Yeah, competing at college nationals is fun. It's a good time. It's kind of like when the community reconnects, you know, because like you're seeing everyone that you see once a year. Same as open, really, just with better people. Bring
more handballers to the cult. Also, shout out to Martin for the thanks on this episode. So we're, you know, if all goes well, the Zoom is the hardest part with, you know, cameras and things like that. But this other stuff's easy peasy. So.
All right. And now, what my hope is the rest of the bracket should be quicker to fill out after this first round because we don't have to
talk as much.
Yeah, this is taking a while, but we'll be fine.
No, absolutely.
Competing for Team USA, playing 5 games in one day. I'll give my piece. Never been blessed enough to compete with Team USA. I've come close. I was very close to convincing Mark Ortega to let me go on a trip. I still believe I can one day.
One day.
I think it could still be in the cards. I think that's why I went into coaching, because I can represent the USA coaching. I've already done it at a U18 event. So I obviously have to go with Team USA. There's nothing like putting on the stars and bars, as they say.
I'm not allowed to say that, but having played for Team USA as well as coached, it's always a
Wait, did I say stars and bars? I meant stars and stripes.
Yeah, you did.
Oh my God.
Cancel Max. Hashtag cancel Max. Lock him
I
up.
say Stars and Bars as a joke. I'm the most anti-Confederate person ever.
This
I
is
hate
true.
the Confederacy.
That's why I thought you just rolled with it, and I was like, all right, I'm not even gonna stop him.
Better.
I
Because the
know.
name rhymes.
That's
It's
what
not-
I
Stars
thought, and
Stripes
then
doesn't
you
rhyme.
guys all told me, and I was like, I've never heard this in my entire life
Yeah, I
until
didn't cancel
now.
you for that. I remember. Yeah. No, I did not mean that. I would like to apologize to everyone listening as they're the drive into deep left field by Castellanos. before the ball game. JD.
Classic.
Give us your.
Yeah, having played for Team USA, there's nothing better than going out there for the national anthem and being like, this is real. Even with as low tier of a sport as handball is, it's still a cool feeling. I'd say the best for me was Partilly Cup when I was the third string goalie and second string right wing. I was getting asked for pictures from the Bangladesh team and stuff like that. So I was just like, okay.
I know we've talked about this. We gotta bring a team there. I think it'd be so fun.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this high school team rolling with the kids I'm coaching for lacrosse. They're pretty into it. So I'm like, all right, we just gotta make it happen, Captain. Oh, Martin says that Max, your next goal is the U50 national team. So you just gotta break the under 50 team.
I'm under 23. Is there a U23 team?
There's the emerging nations. You would qualify for that, yeah.
Well, next emerging nations, I could probably get myself on the team if we're being honest.
All right, let's hit these hard and fast.
Josh, you agree with that though, right? I know you've never competed for Team USA either.
I've only competed against them, but it's always fun to compete.
I've also competed against Team USA. It's incredible that they didn't take the LeBron of handball and put him on Team USA. You would think LeBron. Was it you're too good for them? LeBron sat out the FIBA Cup last summer.
Oh, that's 100% what it is. I mean, you can't coach greatness and you can't recruit it either.
Yeah, that's a very good point, Josh. Thank you. All right, let's get this rolling. Competing at Flanders, meeting people. What do we say? Flanders, easy win. Taking a team RV versus taking
this one's tough.
Another country.
This one, it really is a tough one.
Another country. I'm a big travel guy. That's where I am. JD, where are you at?
I think for me, I love taking the team to another country, but the stress involved with that versus the stress involved with driving the RV with all of you guys on it. They're two very. It's one's like a weekend of stress versus a week long of stress. I don't know. I gotta say RV. It's less stress for me.
All right, Josh.
I'm going to agree with that. I'm going to agree. RV.
Whoa!
Wow.
Party atmosphere, the camaraderie. It's hard to beat that.
Here's what we did do is we took the RV to Chicago to go to another country.
Yeah, so, but that's not part of the other country. Yeah,
right.
RV advanced. That's a nice upset.
12 seeds sneaking in.
We got competing at Open Nationals or winning at Nationals. I think the easy answer is
winning.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily.
Not there to compete. Competing at College Nationals or competing for Team USA?
USA.
I'll agree. We got Team RV versus Flanders. And I know we've taken the RV to Flanders, but I got to be on Flanders here.
God, I think this is another... Flanders is going to coast here into the Elite Eight, I think. As much as
some guy who's the digital director for someone's campaign for mayor of Cincinnati just asked me to hop on the phone tomorrow. Jesus Christ. Okay,
Cincinnati,
I'll do it.
God bless. What a sad town.
Only if he promotes handball.
You know what? I'll be like,
green skyline got to his head.
Yeah, so I mean the party atmosphere with the RV is evident, but the party atmosphere is embodied by Flanders.
Yeah. Again, this is one where you combine them together. And it's just glorious.
I cannot wait for this July. Literally the only thing getting me through right now is thinking about the last weekend in July.
We're still going to bring Billy football into the mix. All right.
You know what? Let's do it. Sweet. Winning at Nationals versus competing for Team USA.
I think Team USA is no brainer.
I think Team USA has. Yeah. I'll give to the Stars and Stripes. Now we got Team USA Flanders. I'll give them my piece. I'm a Flanders guy. Look, like the USA is a little exclusive. What the beauty of Flanders is it's open to everyone. We have brought kids who have never played a game of handball to Flanders, and they have gotten drunk and had a great time. We have drank Penn State under the table. We've watched Dale blow it. We've watched Jeb get groomed, and all of that is just magical. And you don't see that kind of grooming on Team USA. You see that kind of drinking, especially in the under 18 crowd, which is a form of an investigation. But you don't see guys like Jeb getting groomed there.
This is tough. This is
So I
tough.
have two takes with this. I have two takes before you give your take, JD.
Okay.
Number one, it would be a lot different if Team USA was good. It would be a lot higher honor to compete for them if you were actually competing for something. Just being honest. Not saying that it's not an honor still to do that, but it would be a lot bigger if it was. And then with Flanders, well, Flanders is Flanders. You can't beat Flanders.
I have to vote for Team USA here, but I think Flanders is still moving on based on our 2-1 situation. So the 1 seed moves on to the Final Four. That's what we like to see.
Wait 1 second.
I probably need to end the Zoom and restart it because we're at the approaching our 40-minute mark.
You guys want to do it on my corporate account so that we don't get stopped again?
Sure. That's fine.
Sweet. Let me set it up and
No more interruptions.
What? Josh, what's
No
your
more
email?
interruptions. joshforstoffle@gmail.com. Now I'm going to get a bunch of spam emails. Thanks a lot.
Y'all heard it right there.
We're
Right
ending
there,
this.
right
We'll
there.
be back. We'll be back in a minute.
All right. You heard the guys. Let me shut her down. And then I got to join. So, shout out to our sponsors, as always, during this intermission we have here. So, KT Tape for all your, I don't know, they don't ever give me a phrase to say, but assisting in your movement and maybe some muscle relief, things like that. Also on the muscle relief side, we have TheraMU, our CBD sponsor for the Columbus Armada. We also have, handballshop.com. We were trying to get them to give us a shout out. Maybe get us a discount if you're listening. Probably not. We also have learnhandball.com. So check out Learn Handball if you're looking for a nice app. They're looking to try to expand to the American market. So if you are interested in downloading, reach out to Magnus and he'll hook you up for a trial period, see how you like the app, and go from there. So that's our shout out to our sponsors. I'm going to do my best here to rejoin the old meeting, and then we'll be back on the road. On the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again. Singing music with my friends. I don't know the words to the song.
Are we live?
We never ended.
Oh, sweet. I was gonna say I thought that was a really good first quadrant.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're cooking. We just need
We're just gonna have
everybody.
to go a little faster. This is gonna be a 4-hour Zoom if we don't go faster.
Oh,
I
Martin,
think
you.
this next one should go pretty fast.
Yeah, Martin, you missed us talking about. We just kind of mentioned that EBA was named the new beach handball director for the board of directors, or whatever you want to call it. So, EBA is pretty pumped, as he should be, and we'll see if he can help bring more good to the group. So we will see. I'm just gonna. Well, Max is frozen, and Josh is loading in. Okay, that's good enough.
Hey, JD, can you hear me?
I can hear you, and we're back.
Sweet.
Look.
Welcome back, shooters.
Archie, the doggy.
All right, so we got the God Bless America region of this bracket. Now, this is focused on playing handball, and I think this shouldn't be an upset heavy bracket, but let's see. We're gonna start off with going to the Olympics. And now, JD, does that mean playing or just going?
I think this is a fan-focused region, so this is
Oh,
just.
is this a fan? I'm sorry, this is the fan region. You're right.
Yeah,
This is
so
going.
this
This is
is-
not playing.
Okay.
This is just going to watch
Okay.
games at the Olympics.
Versus watching handball on EHF TV.
As much as we
I'll
all
go
love
in.
our free access to some games on EHF TV and all that they do for us and trying to help, I think it's an easy one for the Olympics.
Yeah. Hosting a watch party versus getting a shout out from a pro club. I have been to one handball watch party. It was at JD's house. We made cookies.
Kugel, baby! It was delicious, Kugel. But I personally think it's nice getting a little social media love from our pro friends.
We know we knew you would say that. Josh,
Every time.
tiebreak.
I got to go with the watch party, but to JD's point, it is kind of special when you get a shout out from somebody else as well. I just
it
think,
definitely is. It's just definitely a JD thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, it'd be a little bit more special if it was stateside. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Going to a live game in Europe versus meeting a champion.
I'd say these two go hand in hand. Like, so you go to a live game, you may have the chance to meet like a world champion or an Olympic gold medalist or something like that.
A Goodmunderson type guy.
Yeah, but greater than Goodmunderson.
I don't think there's greater than Goodmunder.
Did you recall that we met Nicholas Landine?
I would rather have met Goodmunderson.
All right. Sorry, Nicholas. I think going and being a part of that European atmosphere, I think, is the one that we have to pick.
Yeah,
Even
I
though
totally
I'm
agree.
all about 5-12 upsets, but that
I
atmosphere
mean,
was
the game
awesome.
in Europe was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Just blank. People were insane.
Josh Martin wants to know if there's a one for getting a handball retweet from JD. So
That would be the easiest
That was
possible.
today.
yeah,
I got about 14 of those today. I was on fire on Twitter today.
yeah,
You don't need to be on fire. You just need to mention handball.
yeah. It's just like likes in the group me. I just like anytime someone says something. But
All right, going to the EHF Final Four versus telling someone about handball. I'm gonna vote telling someone about handball because the EHF Final Four is a myth to me.
it's Final Four, Max. And you don't. Who do you even tell about handball? You don't even tell the Somalians at these restaurants you're going to about handball. So
I've had people come to practice before.
you can't even get Meckling to come.
He came once and he never came again. He came.
So Josh and I
telling-
both. What?
EHF Final Four.
You both
easily.
on Final Four, okay. Like back in the day, I loved telling girls when I was on the market. I loved telling girls about handball because they'd be like, "Oh, that's funny."
You
And
saying
then-
you're not on the market anymore?
I've told you this, Jay.
Breaking news.
It's
It's not new. I've mentioned it on this podcast before.
Dude, it's like a new girl like every couple weeks, so I never know if it's still the same
This
girl.
is the same one since November, JD.
Oh, jeez. Okay. But she's still not good enough to come to game night or meet us or anything like that. This is a Brett situation. You know this. This is a Brett situation all over
Oh,
it.
no, I take that back.
I've tried, and I'm gonna continue trying.
All right. Don't tell me that she doesn't like people or like doesn't like to do anything or
Is that what Brett said?
yeah, she doesn't like people. She doesn't have any hobbies. She likes to read. And
Has anyone met her?
I've met her. Brett's gonna get mad at me for saying all this. She's nice. I mean, I met her for 30 seconds. She was fine. She's nice, but I don't know. She's not social. There's nothing wrong with that. She's very introvert. Let's keep moving.
Scored in OT to win the game for the Blue Jackets. The Columbus Blue Jackets
No.
have won a game.
They did not.
Yeah,
Shots
Seth
fired.
Jones won in overtime.
Jack Jones. Get your
Oliver Bjorkstrand
fresh
is-
apparel.
Well, wait, here's a stat. Oliver Bjorkstrand has had 3 assist nights in a week.
Bjorky's underrated. So
He's
shout
had
out
6
Sweden.
assists in the past week in 2 games.
That's points, baby. Points.
Is he up for contract this year?
No, we just re-signed him.
Oh, thank God.
Bjorky.
Seth Jones is though.
All right, let's keep rolling. Speaking of
Yeah.
buzzer
All right.
beater
Go
wins.
MAGA Jackets.
We have
All right.
scoring a buzzer
Let's go
beater.
to
Seeing
a buzzer beater
yeah.
for the win. Yeah, sorry, JD, finish it out.
I was just saying, seeing a buzzer beater for the win versus the 11 seed, rocking your team handball gear on THT. Nobody does it besides Jimbo. Jimbo sends me the Snapchat every Thursday. So Kaylee always wears her stuff on Fridays. Jeb doesn't wear it ever. So
I'm wearing it right now.
Oh, he is. Max came
I
prepared.
wear
Josh.
it fairly often.
Josh is wearing black, just generic black. Anyways, he's got okay. All right. Well, I think this one's easy for me. I think watching a buzzer beater in handball is nuts. It's not something you see all the time. Team Handball Thursdays every Thursday. As much as I love THT.
I really liked the buzzer beater the other day in that one game.
That's what I was about to say. We got to see a couple of buzzer beaters recently, and it definitely gets your blood going.
Oh, are you talking about the Dutch one?
Yeah. Wait, was that the
Kempa?
Was that the like alley-oop?
Cross court Kempa? Yeah.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
All right.
Betting on the upset win and cashing in, or learning the history of handball?
Since we are not allowed to gamble on sports here, I have to vote for learning the history of handball. But
You know what, I'll say that too, JD.
Betting on the upset. Time out. I took the first referee course here, the beginner's course. They taught us the history of handball. It was awful.
What do you mean it's awful? It's highly debated, and gym teachers in Denmark and Germany to this day probably still fight each other about it.
Probably.
Are we allowed to advance betting though?
Oh, you're saying like we shouldn't advocate for gambling?
No, I thought you just said you're not allowed to say.
Oh no, I was just joking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's obviously betting.
I was gonna say, yeah, definitely betting on the upset and cashing in.
Yeah, absolutely. I love cashing in, especially on the upset. Your odds are great.
I was betting on the shack of handball all the time, if I could have, for scoring his over for the amount of goals.
True. Because it was always like 2.
It was always it got
2.5 or something. Okay.
It got up to 4, and he scored 5, 4.5, and he scored 5. He was a unit. I think he shot 95%. I think it was 19 for 20.
I think he missed. I thought he was like 23 for 25 or something. Either way, still very good.
I mean, yeah, obviously one-dimensional, but it's okay to be one-dimensional.
So Martin says that handball is invented in Uruguay. So
okay.
Shout out Martin. We'll need a better history lesson then. Keep rolling here, Max.
Yeah, I bet on. Speaking of betting on the upset, though, I bet on the USA beating Austria. And
you would have cashed in. You would have cashed in.
Thanks to JD.
Yep.
Watching the game go to a shootout or getting a jersey. I'm gonna go with the upset here, getting a jersey. I love jerseys.
I love Jersey Saturday. Random Jersey Saturday. Everybody, I want to see every Saturday or Sunday. Sometimes it's Sundays, but either way, make sure to send us your pictures and we'll repost them on our pages. Random Jersey Saturday.
Cool with that?
I'm actually cool with the random jerseys. Going to shootout means that you had an entire overtime. Which means it probably was intense since it ended up tied, 2 periods of it. But then again, at that point, shootouts kind of suck.
I don't like shootouts much. I want to finish.
Think about that Egypt-Denmark shootout, though.
I know. I literally, as I said that, I started thinking that.
Yeah, we're moving on.
I changed my mind. It's got to be the shootout.
Yeah, you already got overruled. Going to the World Championships or watching handball on TV?
As I was 5 steps away from the World Championships, I would say it was going to be pretty cool. So.
All right, Olympics or watch party?
Olympics.
I mean, we're just such an Olympic-minded sport because it's an Olympic sport, just the nature of it. Live game in Europe or EHF Final Four, kind of the same thing.
They are the same thing, so Final Four is better.
Yeah, Final Four would get that. Buzzer beater or betting on the upset? I'm gonna go buzzer beater. I just loved the one last week.
I was gonna go buzzer beater as well. So
definitely recency bias playing, but definitely believe the buzzer beater still should be when you're hot, you're hot.
Yeah,
they had the right momentum coming into the tournament. That's what it comes down to.
It's like March Madness. Like betting on the upset's cool, but March Madness is madness.
John says the only people that like shootouts are goalkeepers. John, I helped make this list, so what can I say?
I mean, as someone that once in practice stopped 10 out of 10 shootout shots, I agree. We'll get there though.
Yep.
That's coming up. Get a jersey versus World Championships.
World Championships.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have an interesting matchup here in a bit.
Yep.
We got Olympics versus EHF Final Four.
This one I think isn't as slam dunk as it. I think the hard part is like the other activities associated with the Olympics being the cool part. But the atmosphere of the EHF Final Four is similar to, like, I don't know if either one of you have been to the NCAA, like part of the March Madness tournaments. It's just a fun day of just stuff. But I guess going to the Olympics, you'd get a lot more handball to watch. So that, I think, why it's a strong #1 seed.
And the Olympics, like, you get the possibility of, like, America, where EHF Final Four is clubs. I like national teams more than clubs. So I'm good.
Okay. So before you finalize your votes, here's my argument for the reverse. All right, hear me out. National teams, you get the passion for rooting for your national team, but with the EHF Final Four, you're getting better teams than the national teams. You are getting the literal best of the best. Normally,
Are you, though?
Could, like, a Vardar beat Denmark?
I would
Could
argue
they?
that.
Could they?
No.
I don't
Vardar's
know.
not beating Denmark.
Okay, JD, the USA team handball and a lot of these other lower teams that might make the Olympics.
But Josh,
because
think
they're
about
the
it.
location or represent an area. Could they really beat PSG?
No, but the top one-
You have
The-
you have
the
3
Denmark's and
games.
the
There's
France is
3
good.
games with the Final Four.
That's
Olympics,
what I mean, though.
you have way
quality
more
of the
games.
EHF games
Yes.
are going to be so much higher than the quality of the Olympic games. Yeah, the Olympic Final Four is amazing, of course. But we're not talking about the Olympic Final Four. We're talking about the Olympics as a whole.
Which includes the Final
But
Four.
I think part of the fun is seeing the Team USA compete. I want to see the USA beat Germany.
Yeah.
I'm voting Olympics. JD, what do you
I
vote?
still vote Olympics. So
That's fine. I was just making my
it's
case.
fair. It's a fair point. It's a fair point.
Yeah. Buzzer beater versus World Championships. World Championships.
Yeah. You can have
All right,
both.
here's
games.
This is where
Here's
it's
the
tough.
final- I'm gonna make a case here. I'm gonna make a case for World Championships in that it's handball only. And I think it'd be really cool to go to a tournament where everyone is focused solely on handball. The Olympics, there's a lot of noise. There's all the other shit, and it's never the center stage. Like, yeah, we get a lot of attention, some attention. I wouldn't say a lot, but the World Championships, like, everything's handball. I'm
And
voting for World
When was the last time the U.S. hosted the Olympics?
96.
1996 in Atlanta.
96. Okay. Maybe I was thinking, whenever Carmelo Anthony was
2008.
2008. Yeah, he just went to handball matches all the time, and people were more worried about that half the time than the actual handball match. So I totally
Exactly.
agree.
But in the World Championship, that's not happening.
Yeah, that's the focus. Everybody has the same goal in mind. It's a World Championship, and that's all that matters. I'm totally.
And
I
Max,
agree with
to your point, there's a way stronger chance of America playing in the World Championships than there are in the Olympics.
I mean, we were going to see America this year in the World Championships. We're seeing America in 2028, and then not again until we qualify next. Like, qualify until we host next.
Send it in.
Hey, we qualified 2024. Come on now.
All right.
What's the path to qualify for 2024?
Win Pan Ams.
Yeah, Pan Am's. It's possible. Unlikely, but possible.
All right. Which region's next here? I'll make
All
this
right,
bigger.
next we are going up to the Arnold Palmer, greatest Ohioan ever region. Shout out to Miles Bacon, who, when commentating with me on a game, said Arnold Palmer, great Ohioan forever. Arnold Palmer, friends, was not an Ohioan.
It's another inside joke, but we love it.
So this is going to be...
We do love Miles, though. So
in ref
We do.
So, #1 seed, successful Kempa. Incredible when they're coming up. And that's going against something that I'm going to say JD has never experienced, which is saving a wing shot. I do not believe JD has ever done that in a game.
nope, not once, not once.
But that might make it better for you, though, because if you were to save a wing shot, it'd be a big deal.
Again, that's why I came up with this list. So I don't know if these are like I think we go off of satisfying feelings or crazy, factor here. But yeah, a successful Kempa is a lot more coordination than saving a wing shot. So I'll accept it.
Saving a penalty versus saving a spin shot.
Well, this one's tough, and I would say, like, in the heat of the game, like, saving a penalty, everybody gets hyped with, but like as a goalkeeper, I think it's way more satisfying to like give that guy the satisfaction of like, oh hey, he just hit me with that spin, and he's like watching it go around me, and then I jump back and dive and save it, and that's kind of like a little touche, kind of business.
I'll agree with that. We'll go save a spin shot. The next one I think is prime for an upset, getting a steal versus wrapping up the biggest guy on the other team. I'll make a case for both here real quick. Getting a steal almost always can lead to a score, or at least a breakaway opportunity. So you're looking at a big momentum shift too. Wrapping up the biggest guy on the other team might not like tangibly do anything for your team. It's just cool.
I would say it's also got a momentum factor. I mean, imagine you, Max, or a Michael Bangy going and wrapping up, some guy from, West Point or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried to before. I don't think I've ever successfully wrapped a guy.
I think that's why going for the steal should win those, because it's really dependent on the other team. Who is that biggest guy? Is it a guy my size? I mean, I'm a big-ish guy, but I'm not massive.
You are a thick.
Max wraps me up. Hey, slimming down.
That's true. Shout out to Josh. He is losing a lot of weight right now. He's got to slim down for the wedding.
I'm slimming down for Josh's wedding too.
All right, so it sounds like steal is the steal. Steal.
Are you cool with that, JD?
Close matchup.
Yeah.
Close matchup, though.
Okay, I think
steal wins on a buzzer beater after a steal.
All right, scoring a behind the back shot versus getting a yellow card. I'm gonna pull for the yellow card here just because we have an old adage where I'm from, which is get a yellow card in the first 2 minutes. And if you can pull off that, your team's golden. Like you set the pace, the tone, physicality.
Max, you ever scored a behind the back shot?
I have never scored a behind the back shot, and I've gotten one yellow card in my life, and it was for clotheslining a guy accidentally.
When was that?
It was a while. I don't know if you were there, but the guy was on defense. The guy was going up for a shot, and I just stuck my arm out, and it hit him right in the neck, and he fell. I got a 2 and a yellow.
2-minute yellow does make sense, first off, as a referee, but...
Yeah, it was, Josh, it was an American game.
It was an American game.
I would definitely agree with Max. So yellow is, I'm going with the upset. Normally, when you get a yellow, it's because you lay somebody out or something, and you kind of have that like prowess over them of like, yeah, I just did that to you. Watch yourself. Whereas behind the back shot, I mean, yeah, if you're super athletic and you can do it consistently, then yeah, I'll give it to you. But most of the time, behind the back shots are just complete luck, and you don't really feel that cool when you do it.
And they're just
because
stupid.
it was just
throw it as hard as you can. Yeah, JD, you got a complaint here, or are you good?
I'm not gonna win my complaint. I'm gonna post these. We're gonna do like a Twitter and Instagram voting, and I'll do this tomorrow at work and see where the fans tell us where it ends up.
The people's bracket.
Yeah, the people's bracket. Where nobody watches this, so we'll see. Everybody can give their own opinions on their votes, but yeah, we'll move on.
Martin's watching this.
And John. We got Martin and John.
We love you, Martin.
Shout out West Coast.
This is
great.
Scoring a wing shot versus scoring an underarm shot. I've done both of these actually. I scored an underarm once, I'm pretty sure.
You physically cannot throw the ball underarm.
Are we talking like that?
I'm talking like submarine.
No, I've never done that. I've scored like sidearm.
That wins.
Yeah.
Underarm wins. Sidearm.
I was confused when I was seeing
wraparound shot. You're talking about wraparound shots, pretty much, right, JD?
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, or
I thought we were just talking like sidearm. Because if it was sidearm, that's nothing big. Like I can.
Well, no, I was talking about like off the guy's hip, but.
Yep.
The defender's hip, but. Yeah, that definitely wins.
Yeah.
There's nothing. Yeah. There's no cooler feeling than that scoring a goal.
I'm fine with that. Next up, and I seeded this highly, getting a blue card versus wrapping up the sweatiest guy on the other team, which obviously is terrible. Getting a blue card is I've never done it, obviously. The coolest thing that can ever happen. Getting booted from the tournament is so incredibly, like, cool. I've seen it happen to once when the goalie, Rusty, went out of his box and bashed a kid. Nothing better.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the right series of events, but he was a goalie who did make contact. He literally slide tackled a guy out in the playing field, so I think blue card was fitting. But yeah, I think getting a blue card is a unique experience that most will not get to ever.
And your team's pissed because you just forfeited your $250 bond at nationals.
Yeah.
You cost the team $250. Saving a fast break versus getting a red card. I think red card, honestly, I'll go the opposite of cool. Like, you're out of the game and it sucks. Like, yellow card's cool. Red card's just like, did you have to do that? And blue card's cool, but red card is like, bro.
It depends on what the red card's for, but I would agree that saving a fast break would be probably. I mean, fast break, it should be technically easier than a 7-meter shot. So
No,
Yeah.
definitely no.
JD, what do you say?
Fast break's way harder than 7, and I think
Yeah.
saving a fast break's a big momentum thing because you're not supposed to save it.
It is, yeah. Especially if you get the rebound.
yeah, that's what I just said.
Oh, you said it was a lot easier to save than a 7-meter.
No,
Oh,
that's not what I meant to say.
Okay.
I did. I meant to say saving a fast break is a lot harder
okay.
than saving a 7-meter.
We'll rewind it just to see what you said, but
It's okay.
All right.
Scoring
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
a breakthrough shot versus getting a 2-minute. 2 minutes suck. I would never want that on my team. I felt the one time I've gotten it.
What's a breakthrough shot?
I don't know. I just
I don't know. Yeah, so this one, Max probably rated this one a lot higher, I think, than it should have been. Because to me, this is like something that you should be scoring on 99% of the time.
I'll take the blame for that.
You're okay. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
now.
no, I do too now.
You beat
JD,
the
I know what you
defender,
mean now.
It's a 6-meter shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't at the beginning. All right, let's go back to successful Kempa versus saving a spin shot. Kempa, right?
Yeah. That's tough. I mean, I again, my goalie bias comes out, but I think Kempa's a lot harder to do successfully.
And they're just stuck when they're done against you. Like, I remember when we were playing that one Danish team, they Kempa'd me like 3 straight times. And it was the most demoralizing feeling in the world. I couldn't do anything.
Yep.
Getting a steal versus a yellow card. I'm going to vote steal here.
Stealing their
I
way.
agree.
Sweet 16.
All right. Underarm shot versus blue card. I'm voting blue card all the way.
Yeah, we got to keep the blue card rolling, I think.
It's just so
it's
cool.
safe.
Yeah.
Like, no other sport has the blue card. The blue card's a uniquely handball invention.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
you fucked so bad. You are gone for the weekend. Like, not out of this game. Like,
You're
it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Your ass is sitting in the hotel room.
and your team is ticked at you and without
Especially if
you.
you're good. Your team's
Yeah.
like, you really just cost us this tournament.
Well-
Your ass is sitting in a dusty-ass motel room in Auburn, Alabama because you decided to kill someone.
I'm out. That's not true. Blue card is the only definition of a blue card is it's a written report. It has nothing. You could only be out that game.
Did they change
I
that?
understand
I
The way
swear.
I've seen it
I
apply-
swear when it first came out, it was you were kicked
was.
out of that game, the remaining games of said
was.
event, and you had to pay like a fine.
Yes.
And I'm
That's what
taking
it
under
was,
that.
And they've changed it to a couple different tiers of.
Well,
It
we did not
deserves a
change
written
that in America,
report.
Josh.
Yeah. Max and I are still rolling with the
You
JD,
also, when you get a blue
JD's
card in
version
America,
of blue card.
you file a police report with local authority too. Hey, they call the cops on your ass.
Oh,
ACAB, but
John's saying that Chris All, one of the long-standing referees in the American handball community, is actually the father of the blue card. So that's pretty sweet. So
That's incredible.
shout out Krister. That's awesome.
you hear that, JD? ACAB. All cops are blue cards.
All right. I'm going with the upset here with saving a fast break.
Yeah, I'm good with that too. I think it's such an incredible achievement. Josh?
Over blue cards?
No,
No,
over scoring a breakthrough.
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah, easy. Yeah. It's because I overseeded breakthrough. That's my bad.
Well,
Scoring Kempa versus getting a steal. I'm going Kempa. The cycle
Kempa. Yep.
Unreal.
Yeah.
All right, and now our second
this
to
is
last
tough.
of this division, getting a blue card versus saving a fast break.
Oh,
I'm going to say
man.
saving a fast break. Before JD says anything, I'm going
I
to.
might have to go with saving a fast break just because the blue card. I think with Josh's revelation that it's not actually.
It's not as what we hyped it up to be.
I mean,
but-
it's still extremely bad if you get a blue card, obviously. But
Pull out the blue.
but
They should
But a
tape
blue
it to
card-
your jersey. If you're allowed to play, they should tape the blue card. Duct tape the front of your jersey. So everyone's like,
I re-
God, get us
it's
a
the
blue
scarlet
card.
letter.
yeah,
Oh, man.
All right, we're gonna go with saving a
Yep.
fast break.
All right.
Saving a fast break versus scoring a Kempa.
I don't know. I'm torn. I am torn. This is
I'm
tough.
really torn too. I think this is probably the closest matchup we've had by far.
my argument for saving a fast break is the difficulty of it, for and against saving the fast break, because
Yeah.
it could be a ridiculously amazing save, or it could be, some random person on a fast break.
And I'll say this much with the Kempa is if you can at least get a decent pass, the goalie's out of position, so you're probably. I mean, goalie's never gonna save a Kempa. I'm not saying
It's one of
never,
those
but
things
it's
that it
highly
looks cooler than-
unlikely.
It looks cooler than it is. Like, it looks incredibly cool. But I mean, like, if you're athletic, you should be able to pull those off.
So
I'm going to go with the saving the fast break.
I go too, and we're gonna go
Goalies.
saving fast break.
all right,
All right,
huge
and that leads us to
upset.
the huge upset. The second one seed gone, and this is not fully chalk, which I'm very pleasantly surprised with. I was worried it was gonna be low to see chalk. Volunteer Coach of the Year region. This is named after J.D. Orr, the 2018 United States of America Volunteer Coach of the Year.
Yay.
Congrats. And this is gonna be coaching and refereeing things.
This is why I was brought in today.
Sure. Yes. Exactly.
Big referee guy here. Number one, first seed, leading your team to victory. Self-explanatory versus filling out a score sheet. We've talked about those already, so I
number
think
one.
we can. Leading team to victory.
No
Yeah,
debate.
done.
If Max
All
can
right.
hit paste.
This I think is a really good one. Getting a
Ooh.
2-minute as a coach or calling a substitution infraction.
Okay.
Getting a 2-minute as a coach is metal, but a substitution infraction, calling it is so funny.
It's like such a power move to be the guy at the table, and then you get the you don't have a whistle most of the time, so you're just kind of like yelling like, "Hey, this guy, he stepped over the line when he shouldn't have." But also having
You
seen,
sit there hating your life for 30 minutes, and then one guy takes one bad step, and it's over.
it's like,
Yeah, I mean, I gotta give it personally. I gotta give it to the coaching 2-minute, but I agree with everything that was just said. And the reason I say coaching 2-minute is because normally it's because a referee, you disagreed with a call, and normally the referee fucked up, and as the referee, you fucked up so bad that he's just laying into you so hard, and you're just like, all right, it's been 5 minutes of you just laying into me. I need you to stop, and then he just keeps going, and then eventually you just give him the 2.
That's a Tony
And-
moment.
yeah, that's when I came up with this, I was just thinking when Tony gets kicked out every time in our games, and that's
and like
it's a easy
but
one for
as
me.
the coach, like since I've done both, I definitely feel like it's one of those you're standing up for your team type deals and stuff like that. I personally think that's worthy of going on, but I don't know what your guys' thoughts are. They're both power moves. That
2
much for
minutes.
sure.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
All right, wait, JD, which do you vote?
I vote
What's
for
your finalized vote there, JD?
I vote for 2 minutes.
All right, 2-minute as a coach because of our main man Tony. Our next one is having to kick someone out of the arena versus refereeing a clean game. I'm gonna go all out kicking someone out of the arena once again. Similar vein of blue card. It's cool as fuck.
Yeah. I've only seen it happen like
We'll get
4 times, but
JD, we'll get to the story later.
yeah.
Wait, what time?
You know
were
exactly
talking?
what I'm talking about, right?
I know. I
I
wanna hear the
mean,
story.
I know of like many instances of this, so I'm not sure which one in particular you're thinking of.
When I was reffing, at Ohio State.
Oh, Diego.
Yeah.
I want to hear this.
It was dangerous. That was actually like kind of. I was kind of concerned for
What
people's
happened?
safety.
I almost died.
Josh was going to start
we'll
a fight with the biggest dude in the entire tournament.
I was not going to start any fight.
He was going to fight Josh.
Yes. I kicked him out of the game because, well, the first thing that happened, little backstory, he flopped. He's a big dude. I mean, he's
I know Diego.
250.
Diego.
I'm okay with Diego. I mean, but he was in the heat of the moment. He flopped against a guy that was a little bit bigger than you, Max. And I gave him a 2-minute for flopping. I had warned the teams before about flopping. I gave him a 2-minute. I said, sorry, you can't flop on that. Like, this isn't – I literally said, this isn't soccer. It's not how we play. And he served his 2 minutes or whatever, comes back in, and just starts bad-mouthing me throughout the entirety of the game, saying, you know, somebody calls I call a foul here or there, and he goes, oh, this isn't soccer. We don't call fouls like that. So I gave him another 2 minutes, and then he blew up on me. I mean, he's like, oh, you think you're so cool being a referee, this or that? How about we take this outside? I'll show you how it really is. I'm like, okay, you're done. Leave. And then it kept on escalating, and it was a good time.
It was bad. I think Rec Sports had to come and get involved. Like, it was.
That's funny. And so Diego just got blue. Did he get like effectively blue carded, like banned from the tournament?
Yeah, he didn't play the rest of that day. I think. And because
play
Rec Sports wasn't going to let him back in the facility.
Yeah, and I mean, I even told Rec Sports, I'm like, yeah, I'm not happy with what happened, obviously, but I think it was just him being emotional and stuff, and I'm not worried about it. I don't think he's actually going to try to meet me out in the parking lot and try to shank me or anything.
Oh, he's a big guy.
He's a big
Brazilian.
He really wants to prove his point, so.
All right, next up is wearing a tracksuit versus calling a passive situation. Passive, kind of weird tracksuit.
I vote tracksuit.
Tracksuit on the sideline is flex.
Yeah.
JD, you good?
As a referee, the one thing I'll say about passive calls, it's the most awkward thing ever because there's not a defined rule of passive. It's not like after 30 seconds you call passive or after a minute. It's like, okay, yep, we're going to do it. Or nope, and then somebody starts yelling at you for it. So, tracksuit all the way.
Yeah, agreed. Calling the perfect play versus giving out a 2-minute. I think there's good reason to be for both. I love when the ref just goes like that. JD,
2 minutes.
I like calling the perfect play. Nothing gets me more juiced than seeing us run, what we actually talked about, and it works. But also giving out a 2-minute to someone that I've been angry at the whole game is also a satisfying feeling. So, I don't know. I'll go with the perfect play.
So I'm going 2-minute. Josh, you're breaking the tie.
Oh, easily 2 minutes.
It's just so cool.
Well, yeah, in the casual 2-minute too of, you fucked up.
Yeah.
Like,
and when the guy gets up and starts walking to the bench before the refs even called it is so funny.
Yep.
Giving out a red-blue card. We discussed this enough. Calling a charge, blue card.
Yeah, blue card.
Yeah.
Something egregious had to have happened, which must have been hilarious to watch. Change up the defense to get a turnover, calling it inside the 6.
So again, I think changing up the defense is a nice, touch, but I always like calling someone inside the 6 again. It's that same thing, like, oh, gotcha, nice try. But it is nice to get a turnover. So, I don't know. I think I got to go with the calling the inside the 6.
See,
okay.
I was going to say changing up the defense if it works consistently. Like, yeah, you change up to from a 6 flat to a 5-1 and you get the turnover right away, but the 5-1 continues to work. Yeah. I think that's a lot more impressive than
true.
Yeah, and a lot more kind of momental than an inside the 6.
Martin.
I'm voting the 6 though, just because
but
the
that's
way it's
contingent on it working.
yeah,
consistently.
the way it's worded doesn't include the contingency, so I'm including the.
Martin also says the best way to give 2 minutes from out of your pocket. So you do the old like reach into your pocket and then just
That's funny.
That's
I'm gonna
that
give
could
you the yellow/red
slash 2 minute. All right. Well, Max seeded these, so you can see why the 2 seed is as high as it is.
My favorite handball moment: fighting the opposing coach when JD Orr at the Buckeye Fall Classic 2016 got into a bench clearing brawl with Miles Bacon of the Arnold Palmer region. They were fighting for the ball, and it turned into a little bit more than that. And I just remember it was the A-team game, but I was on the bench for it for whatever reason. No, you know what? I was
It
in the
was the
stands, but I
Armada.
moved down.
It wasn't the. I was playing.
Yeah.
It was the Armada. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this was before the Armada. This is 2016. No. The Armada didn't exist.
It was the alumni. Yeah. But it also wasn't Miles. I wasn't fighting Miles. I did not fight Miles. Miles and I are friends.
It was Miles, dude.
You can ask Miles. It's Matt's, their current coach for North Carolina, Matt's Peish.
I don't really care. Whatever it was, I remember going out there, running to you. I grabbed somebody. They didn't really grab me back. It ended within a minute. But one of the coolest experiences I've ever been a part of is the bench clearing at a handball game. Josh, what are your thoughts?
We didn't even announce what it's going against.
Oh, getting yelled at.
Getting yelled at for missing a call.
Yeah, that will advance. Bench clearing brawl will advance.
All right.
Getting yelled at.
Yep.
I will say, getting yelled at defense, unless you really fucked up really bad, it's actually kind of nice getting yelled at. I'm not going to lie, because it's like, yeah, you're just yelling at me just to yell at me. That's what I've learned reffing is getting yelled at is nothing. So, but yeah, definitely bench clear and brawl.
All right. 2 minute as a coach, leading team to victory.
I don't know. Getting a 2 minute as a coach is, I don't think that's as easy to do.
I'm not going to stop you guys. I think it's hilarious. I've seen Tony just go apeshit. And it's so funny to be playing and you hear your coach screaming on the sidelines.
Honestly, think about this. Do you think that he had more 2 minutes than victories?
Yes.
No.
We didn't. We won a lot, but we didn't win every game. And okay, a 2 minute if you're counting yellow cards and 2 minutes, you got a yellow card every game.
This is true. Yeah.
We had to warn the ref before the game.
Say. You got a lot of yellows. 2 minutes. But I mean, I still think 2 minutes as a coach, it sends a message to the players and stuff. It's kind of like blocking a 7-meter shot or something like that. It kind of gets people fired up for good reason.
I think it's the complete opposite because, like, I think of it as a coach, like, you are so dumb. Why are you now making us play man down? So.
Okay. In Tony's situations, potentially. But I feel like, generally speaking, coaches normally get people fired up if that happens.
Fair. All right, let's keep rolling.
Kicking someone out of the arena versus wearing a tracksuit.
Ooh. This is one of those tough 4-5 matchups.
A good tracksuit is incredible.
Wait, kicking somebody out of the arena, so this is the blue card one, right?
No, this is different from a blue card.
This is
so it's kicking like a fan out.
Yeah, anybody. Yeah, just telling somebody they gotta leave. Like you're done here.
I'm voting that just because I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm gonna go with tracksuit. I think tracksuit's a power move.
It is. You're right. JD,
tracksuit isn't a power move. Tracksuit's a requirement. So kick somebody out of the arena. I think wearing a tracksuit's a requirement as a handball coach.
All right, giving a 2 minute versus giving a red versus blue card.
Blue baby.
I'm gonna say 2 minutes. Like, giving a red and blue card can be so circumstantial as well. Maybe not the blue card, but the red card, if a person already had two minutes,
Fine. Yeah.
it's an
I'm going to
automatic
give it
red.
a 2 minute because of the old pocket pull. I think it's hilarious. Now that
Yeah,
Martin
I would say 2 minutes. And like a red card, for example, again is the goalie runs out and hits somebody. It's an automatic red for them at the very least.
JD, what do you say here?
Josh brings a good point. Again, circumstances surrounding it, but I think dishing out a red, like a true red, like a straight red, still like whoop.
Yeah, I will agree with that. If it's a true red or a true blue, that beats any 2 minutes that you can give out.
Oh, absolutely.
However slick or anything else like that.
But if it's like a 3 yellows red, it's boring.
Right. Yeah. Or like I said, or if it's the goalie running out hitting somebody where it's an automatic red. If it's an automatic red type deal where it's not really malice or anything like that, it's not cool. But if it's a true blue, a guy literally clotheslined a guy for no reason, or in our handball class, beginner handball class, there was just randomly, I don't even know what the score was. It was like beginning of the second half. There was a fast break. Guy just randomly kneed the other guy in the nuts. And it was like, what?
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, like, it was just out of nowhere. So that's the kind of stuff that, if you're giving a red out for that kind of stuff, I definitely feel like that's more satisfying. So I changed my vote.
All right, wait. So you changed yours to giving a red-blue card?
If it's a true blue, red, or blue.
But that's the thing. This is just giving red-blue card. This is not. There's no clarification.
I mean, but
JD, break the tie here. What are we doing?
But the same argument can be made with 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your third yellow is a 2 minute automatically. So.
All right, JD. What do you think?
I vote blue card.
You know what? I'll vote blue card too. It's just so cool. Such a unique handball thing. All right. Cole inside the 6 fighting the opposing coach, bench playing brawl.
Inside 6.
Ooh. Oh, man. Max?
Fighting.
Dang it. I mean, I think there was a video I posted or reposted on TikTok of it had to have been a Russian women's league game that involved 2 coaches literally like punching each other in the face. I think that's a really unique experience that I think deserves moving on. So send it in, Max.
Sending in fighting?
Yep.
All right. We're going to 2 minutes as a coach kicking out of the arena. I'll go 2 minutes as a coach. I think it's really vibing right now.
My one thing I'll say about kicking somebody out in the arena, though, it is kind of fun to pick out that random person that doesn't shut up during the game and be like, no, get out. It's a more of a power trip, I'll say, than a blue card. I'll say that right now.
I agree. I 100% agree. So I'm definitely on kicking somebody out. Send it in, Max.
Kicking someone out of the arena. Red-blue card versus fighting the opposing coach. I'll go red-blue card here just because the possibilities of cool-ass blue card.
I
like the upset.
Keep the blue card rolling. Our blue card died, last time in the Sweet 16,
really
so we got to keep them rolling.
All right, kicking out of the arena versus red-blue card. I'm gonna go with rolling the blue card here because kicking out of the arena could also be a result of a blue card.
I don't know. I'm still with Josh. I still think that kicking somebody out of the arena is like the biggest power move you can do as a ref.
Josh, decide this tie.
Shit. I gotta go with kicking somebody out of the arena.
Get out of here!
Because, like you just said, it could be because of the blue card, but it also could be because, that one person's heckling the crap or a variety of situations that, could lead to it. So it could be somebody who's not even involved with the game, like is from another team
That's
that you
baller.
could kick out, and technically you could give that person a blue card as well. So I mean, I think kicking somebody out of the arena definitely has to advance.
I'm cool with that. We got a Final Four, folks. You want to go over it?
Yeah, this is tough. This is a tough one.
Yeah.
Flanders. Going to Flanders. Going to a world championship. Saving a fast break or kicking someone out of the arena for your best handball moment, March Madness. We're going to begin with a discussion, roundtable style, of Flanders versus going to Flanders versus going to world championships. I want to debate first, then I want voting.
All right. So,
Josh, you want to take this, Josh?
Yeah.
I got this. I mean, I think Flanders and going to the World Championship is like the polar opposites of situations. And what I mean by that is like Flanders is you're relaxing with the bros, you're having a good time. Saturday for the boys, like that's what Flanders is. It's a great time. It's nice to relax. You get to play some handball, and that's one of the coolest parts of it is you're hanging out and you're playing. Whereas the World Championship, it's the highest level that you get to see. You don't have to worry about getting hurt or playing, and you might not get that intensity level, but you're also getting such a high level of play and passion, especially if your country is represented in it. It really makes it an interesting debate.
JD, you want to give your 2 cents or you want me to go?
I'll go. I mean, I think Flanders is truly a unique experience, but the sample size is much smaller, I think the World Championships is it's truly a much greater opportunity, larger scale. Might not be as fun, I would say. Definitely, there is some uniqueness to it, but it's not as obscure as Flanders is. I think that they both offer a lot of good stuff, but it's going to be a tight one. This one's to Josh's point. This is a Big Ten hard-nosed, old school defense versus a I don't know, call it a ACC Pac-12 shoot it up. Yeah, exactly.
Big 12. Sorry.
Let me put my 2 cents in here. I will never play in a world championship game. I'm pretty good at handball. LeBron here is great at handball. JD is a great goalie. None of us will ever play in a world championship game, right? None of us will ever lift the world championship medal. Some of us might coach in the world championships. 2 of us. 1 of us might ref. But at Flanders, we can do all of those. I have won a trophy at Flanders.
You want me to go get it? You want me to go get it? I'll go get it.
Please. I have scored 3 game-winning goals at Flanders, which is incredible for me, considering that's something I would only have dreamed of as a child. My 5-year-old nephew, he's actually my cousin, but I call him my nephew, has watched me score a lob over the goalie at Flanders. And his face when I did that, I didn't actually see it because I was focused on scoring. His face was probably incredible. This kid sees me as a sportsman, as an athlete, because of my achievements at Flanders, which is something no one else has ever said about me in my life, outside of when I got a double bye at the sectional tennis tournament junior year and then got 6-0 in the 3rd round, the qualifying round for districts. Pretty embarrassing given I had a double first round bye. Anyways, I'm not typically an athlete. Flanders brings out the athlete in me, the athlete in you, and also nowhere else have I been that drunk. So I'm not going to say who I'm voting for until we get to that part.
Yeah,
but
we know
the discussion that Flanders is much more participatory. The World Championship is amazing and it's cool, but Flanders is where the action happens.
Also, these are both 3rd place trophies, but the 3rd place trophy from the 60th tournament way bigger than the 57th. So,
and also getting a huge trophy for 3rd place is baller as hell.
Josh, I'm just saying this smaller one is the one that you got, and this bigger one is the one that Max got. So, just saying.
Well, I wasn't able to participate in some of those recent Flanders activities because I tore my ACL and
Sty was there. Rohan was there.
To each their own. Dark place.
All right.
Tearing my ACL and recently tearing my ACL after somebody ditched me in Chicago. But we're not going to go there.
I didn't ditch anybody. Why? I don't remember why I didn't even go.
You didn't go.
I
told
know.
me to go, and I had to be player coach. And
Why
my
didn't I
ACL.
go? I can't remember.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the voting stage. I'm gonna say my vote. JD's gonna say his vote, and then Josh is gonna say his vote. My vote is for Flanders.
I vote the World Championships.
Josh, I'm gonna try to sway the vote a little here. You remember at Flanders when we went and we got the shots that we were doing? I'm for 99% sure you were there with the Jameson and the outside and the Coke in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, where are those at the World Championships? We took shots. It was like a 3-part Jameson to 1-part Coke. You're not doing that at the World Championship.
I mean, so my argument against both, and this is my thinking, the World Championships, USA isn't represented. I'm trying to imagine of what it would be like represented.
2025, 2027, if not 2023. We already have guaranteed spots for 2025, 2027. We're supposed to be there this year.
Well, I haven't been there yet, so it's hard to say. And then as far as Flanders, obviously, like you said, it's a little bit more tight-knit group, which is good and bad. The one thing I'll say about Flanders, and this is why they're getting the vote, is the camaraderie of it all. Actually, I take that back. It's going to be World Championship.
Whoa! He pulls the trigger. Pull the rug out from under us.
The camaraderie between it all is amazing, and the reason why I say that is because I'm looking back at JD's fun profile picture of him and Kaylee for the OSU National Championship game. I'm just remembering how amazing that was, and the sense of camaraderie of people I didn't even know all pulling for the same team, and I can only imagine what that would be like in that kind of situation as well.
This is an upset for the ages, folks. I can barely contain myself.
I mean, you're talking about like a triple overtime.
Yeah, this is what Final Fours are meant to be, Max.
Yes.
I'd rather get drunk with my friends.
Hey, Max, the people's vote, we'll see how that goes out. The people's poll tomorrow.
We make T-shirts for Flanders. You know what to make T-shirts for the World Championships? We have custom T-shirts every year for Flanders.
This is true.
Dale Blew It.
Volume 3 coming up.
Dale Blew It 3 is going to be an epic T-shirt. Because we're going to design it. It's going to be 4, but like the third I'm going to do something with.
All right. So now we got the other side of the bracket.
Maybe it'll be Dale Blew It and then a mask burning.
Okay.
I like that.
All right. Saving a fast break. Kicking out of the arena. Discussion time. I'm going to go first this time. I think these are both very worthy candidates. Saving a fast break is cool as hell. And if we're talking about handball, like one of the biggest parts of handball is playing. And there's nothing cooler. Really. Like a beat scoring and combo. Saving a fast break is cool as frick.
Thank you for the frick.
I'm not getting investigated this pod. I've been pretty good this one, actually.
Yeah, we've all toned it down, because I cuss so much that...
I think it was needed. I think toning it down a little was needed, especially on my part, and I've committed to toning it down.
Do what you want. You're a free person. We shoot it straight here.
Where's Free Speech Podcast? Kicking out of the arena is one of those surreal things.
It's like, is this really happening?
I'm just envisioning like someone's annoying ass like dad, just like gnawing on someone. Like, buddy, you're getting the fuck out of the OSU rec center. And if you're a 45-year-old man getting your ass kicked out of a college rec center at a team handball match, like that's the lowest of the low.
Yep.
You can't get worse than that.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, that's something that the funny one was in Milwaukee when Tony got kicked out. They kicked him out to go sit in the stands, and then he was still heckling from the stands, and so they stopped the game to tell him that he had to literally leave the building. I have to go. We're not voting yet, but I think as a goalie, it's great to save a fast break. I don't know. It's one of those things as a goalie, though, that you you get to a confidence level that you almost expect yourself to save them. So, I mean, it's one of those that if you don't, not a big deal, but you as a goalie want to have that confidence that you're not concerned when someone's coming down, and you're confident in your abilities to shut that down. So that's my 2 cents on the two matters. Josh.
My opinion about it, I think saving a 7 meter, especially in a crucial moment, is huge. But you normally see somebody, or not 7 meter, excuse me, fast break. You normally see somebody save a fast break once a game at least. I mean, is it special? Is it momentum changing? Yes, but it's just like an interception happening in football. It's great, but
Yeah.
it's not the thing, or it's not something so bizarre, so special compared to somebody literally getting kicked out of the arena. Not just being able to sit on the end of the bench or anything else like that. They're so annoying. They're so provocative. They're so whatever that they have to literally leave the entire facility. So it's got to be that for me, easily.
All right, let's go to voting. I'm voting kicking out of the arena.
Yep.
Kicking out of the arena.
And
That one was the
now we
unexpected
have-
blowout Final Four match.
Yeah, and I mean the kicking out of the arena was a 5 seed, which is like respectable, right?
Yeah.
It's a
I mean,
5
it's supposed
seed
to only
versus
make it to the Sweet 16. Not even. Round of
yeah.
No, Sweet 16. They make it Sweet 16.
But I mean, saving a fast break was a 7 seed. We've really had a lot of upsets.
That
today. I
right
think it's
side
very
of the bracket was a wild side.
left side was pretty chalk. RV had a good run.
Yeah. All right, well, we got our championship match. Going to the World Championships or kicking someone out of the arena?
And I think we have to view these in a very different lens, right? Like going to the World Championships, like it's about the camaraderie, like Josh, you were talking about. It's about like handball as a sport. Kicking out of the arena is not a uniquely American thing, but a very like embodiment of the American Wild West of handball. Like I'm sure in Europe it happens like rowdy fans at like 10,000 seat arenas. Someone gets kicked out because they get too drunk. In America, it's like this is Jeff's dad, and it's much more personal. Whereas the World Championships, very different, like just style of thing atmospherically for what we're looking at, which is totally cool. I'm not denigrating either one of them now. I'm just saying like we're looking at a very close personal thing versus a very like big abstract thing.
This is good points. It's going to make it very difficult for us to choose. It's again a one moment versus a likely, in some cases, a month of moments. So it's hard to put all of that emotion into balancing it out for our voting purposes here. But a lot of good things on both sides. I think going to World Championships would be really cool. I was very close to doing that. I've seen people get kicked out of the arena, and it's a great experience on both sides. It's being being the person to kick someone out is like, again, goes back to that power move. Like, yeah, I run this gym, so it's kind of your power trip as a ref. So that's my 2 cents on the matter.
Yeah, it's the ultimate power trip versus the ultimate trip, if you want to think about it like that.
True.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And I think one potentially distinguishing factor is, for the World Championship, where is it being played? What's the atmosphere around it? I mean, if we're being honest here, obviously they always happen in large cities. They always have great festivities and stuff, but some are better than others, more than likely.
I don't want to go to Qatar.
And hey, that's fair. And just similarly to that, kicking somebody out of the arena, I can tell you from personal experience, it's a lot different kicking somebody out or roughing a game in general in front of 10 people, 10 fans, compared to, for myself, I've only reffed in front of maybe 100 fans at once, if that. But even that kind of difference, so if you think of kicking somebody out on a world stage type deal or something like that, I can already envision it myself right now as a referee of the commentary on EHF TV. Oh, Josh Forstoffel, the American, kicking somebody out again. ... But or conversely, hearing JD Orr coaching the American team to their first World Cup
Win. Not winning the World Cup, winning a game at the World Cup.
Win.
One step at a
Draw.
time.
Let's go with draw. But I mean, so they definitely hold a lot of weight in differentiators. Can't talk. So.
All right.
Yeah.
So is it time to vote then?
Yep.
Yeah. JD, you want to go first?
Yep, I can go first. Look right into the camera, folks. That's my official game ball from the World Championships. So that's my vote.
All right, I'm going to go
The
next.
World Championships that you couldn't attend.
Look, I got this ball for free. All right, they sent it to me because I won the Facebook raffle thing.
I'm going to go next, and I'm going to vote kicking someone out of the arena. I'm a big
Oh,
fan.
making it all on Josh. Josh, no pressure here.
You start to think about it, and while the World Championship, going to that would be absolutely amazing, you don't know if you're going to be in the nosebleeds or in the front row. If you're a referee, you're on that court. And who's to say you're not kicking somebody off or out of the arena in the World Championship game? So, with that, I'm going to have to say, kicking somebody out of the arena.
Let's
There's
go.
no better power trip in the entire world than being able to do that. And I know that's the upset of the century. And
It's a massive upset, and I don't think it's fully appreciated how big of an upset this is as a 5 seed. But that I agree completely. It's the mental aspect of the game. I would love to go to World Championship. I would
World
love to.
Championships happen every 2 years. How often does somebody get kicked out of the arena in major sporting events?
I would love to kick the fuck out of someone in an arena.
Let's just go back and think that we were very close to having tracksuits beat kicking out of the arena.
Yes.
Think about how different this tournament would have gone if tracksuits pulled that off.
But tracksuits gets beat out by 2 minutes as a coach.
Yeah.
I think if it's not kicking someone out of the arena 2 minutes as a coach or giving a red-blue card, gets the Final Four spot, and I think beats saving a fast break too.
Yeah. It's would be a totally different Final Four.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm really glad we did this. So thank you, Max, for the idea. It was a good time, and like I said, I plan to. Oh, geez, wrong.
I mean, thanks for picking out all the individual ones. You had the hard work, JD. I just seeded them.
Yeah.
And also, this is our longest ever podcast now, which I think is great.
With you.
No, it's
Yeah.
they had one for 11 hours.
No, I'm not counting the one the other day wasn't a podcast. It was a Twitch stream.
We've had episodes where we were almost to 3 hours.
Okay, I don't care. Joey's not. That's another podcast. That's Shooting Straight with JD and Joey. This is the better podcast. Shooting Straight with JD.
Martin says boo to our final result as typical American individualism. So,
Damn,
Martin, I tried, Martin.
Wait, what was Martin's pick out of all 64?
Martin, you had this is your on-air chance to give us your champion out of, you tuned in and watched this entire thing. So you can vote tomorrow, or you can tell us who you think should have
We want to know
made
now.
it. So we'll see. There's
like
a I think there's a 20-second delay between what he hears and what.
Well, let's wait a second.
Well, that's
Blue Jackets won tonight.
And I just hope he doesn't say World Championship, because there were so many.
There was a lot of other good stuff. Yeah, I think this was well done. Maybe I'm shooting my own horn here, but I think this was tough.
Great,
Martin says World Championships. Yep.
No. The Blue Jackets are 2 points out of a playoff spot right now.
Which is wild. It's wild.
Yeah, with equal games played.
All right.
No,
well,
I mean, World Championships, all due respect to them, they're great. But they happen, I mean, I guess technically they happen every 4 years, but it's really like every 2 years with the Olympics. I mean,
no, it is every 2 years. There's the World Championships are every 2 years.
Oh, I thought it was every 4 years they rotated from the Olympics. Never mind.
2021, 2023, 2025, 2027, 2029.
Every odd year.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah,
Martin, thanks for listening. So.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Martin. I disagree.
That's why we're embracing debate.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think it'd be absolutely amazing to kick somebody out in a world championship game. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
All right.
No debate.
That would be. I mean, that's
legitimate
that's combining both things. You know, that's combining two great things. That's why they're in the championship game. So.
That's exactly right.
All right. Well, we're at 1 hour and 40 minutes. I think it's time to go to bed because it's going to take me about 4 hours to upload. So I'm going to start.
You're going to bed, JD? You know what I'm doing?
I got to go do the dishes while this uploads. And then I'll take a shower.
Michigan State UCLA game is 10 minutes in.
Oh, that's right. Maybe I'll watch that while this is. Is it on ESPN Plus?
It is on TBS.
I don't get TBS.
Oh, you're not watching that then, buddy.
Nope. Well, Josh, thanks for tuning in with us. Always great having you on the show. So, this was a good time.
Absolutely.
Any other closing remarks from either of you?
I thought this was great. Thank you, shooters, so much for listening. Thank you, JD, for putting this together. Thanks for Josh for joining us today. Great rotating co-host.
I'll take it.
Excellent. Well, Josh, thank you. Max, thank you. Is that a light bulb you got there?
It's my my dad's Enron Energy Services light bulb.
Shout out to Mike Littman there.
Great guy.
And that's all we got. So, as always, shooters, keep shooting.
This is my story. My name is JD. Trying to look for a chick to call me baby.
Ew.
I'ma treat her well, cause that's where it's at. Don't matter
Oh.
to me. I'm a friggin' doormat. Most
J.K. Dobbins. All right, I'm out, JD. Have a good night.
Even try
Yeah, see